shot.
This is actually the first shot, yeah.
Before we did the close-up, me coming out of here, my first day.
सरकार चलाने के बाद मैं गाय भैंस ना चराऊंगी। मिनट तो मनने ना लगेगा थारी अक्कड़ तोड़ने में।
I'm at the Agra Central Jail and I have with me some special guests, the lovely star cast of film Dasvi. Welcome to India Today Television and thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you for having us.
You know, we are at the same spot where you shot your film just a year ago. Take me through your experience. Was it your first time inside a jail? And did you get to speak to the inmates or officers, anybody?
Thank you for having us. And this is actually the very barrack where Ganga is lodged, right here, in fact. And we spent a good 6 weeks filming in here. And almost every day we used to walk through the jail and come here. This was the main area of shooting. That's the mess hall where Ganga used to eat. You know, if you've seen some of the songs, we've shot all over here in this Angan. So it was filled with a lot of memories. We're very happy to get the opportunity and the permission to shoot on the premises. And I'm glad that Tushar, you know, really put his foot down and said, no, we are not going to construct a set. That would have made life possibly easier for the production. But he was very sure that the kind of environment you get in an actual location, we'll never be able to recreate. And although I think all of us as actors were initially a bit apprehensive, I think once we came here and we saw the kind of work it was doing, and more importantly, the kind of emotions it brought up in us. You know, if you take Jyoti Deswal, I think wearing the uniform, apart from just wearing the uniform, but just walking the premises and being accorded the respect that the jailer gets, I think that helps your performance. You know, so we're very glad. It was wonderful. The inmates were very cooperative. We have this preconceived notion of what Indian prisons are, and dare I say, I think, you know, we in the film industry have by and large been responsible for painting this very dark, dingy, dirty picture. But this is what it is. They're very disciplined. They're very well mannered. You must have seen glimpses of some of them sitting outside. They were about to see the film, but they're sitting very quietly. They're not unruly at all. We were shooting in their private spaces, actually. And right behind where you're standing is actually where they come and bathe in the mornings. And if we ever needed them, if they were coming in the frame, we just have to request them and they just quietly move out. Never any problems. And they were very, very cooperative. So yeah, we spent a fair amount of time. We shared a few meals together with them whenever we were allowed to. It was more just, you know, it was, I think, a memory for them. And it's wonderful to be back after a year. You know, we made a promise on our last day of shooting that we'd bring the film here and show it to them first. And I'm very happy and proud that we're able to fulfill that promise of ours. The first people who are going to get to see Dasvi are going to be the inmates of Agra Central Jail.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know, also I would want to ask you, was there any message that you took home with you after wrapping up the shoot?
But I think the one thing, especially for me through the film, was a belief that I've always had, but it's reaffirmed after this film, which is it's not important to be studious, it's important to be educated. And there's a big difference. You know, we study and education is very important, but what's more important is how do you imbibe the learnings, and I think that's more important. It's not important about the grade that you get, but have you understood what the teaching is trying to teach you? That's the journey that Ganga goes on, and I think it was very fulfilling for me. Up.
Very well said, actually. That's quite true. And you know, when we often ask this question, what did you take back home? And number of times, if I be honest for myself, I don't have much to say. I just leave it to that. And as an actor, that's what I want to do. I don't really want to take any character back home, and because sometimes it can be really, really overwhelming, and I don't do that. But what I take back, there are definitely some things in Dasvi that stayed with me, and those stories I did share with whoever I knew that this was my experience, and there was particularly one inmate that his story kind of stayed with me. I didn't even meet him, but he just sent a register just for an autograph, and with a picture of his daughter. Yeah, remember? And that register had him writing those notes which he's prepared for his daughter, who's a teenager, and different career options. That if she wants to become an IAS officer, this is what she needs to score in 12th, and so on and so forth. If she wants to join the army, this is the procedure. If she wants to become a banker, blah, blah, blah. I was just and that of course happened at the library. I'm sure that's where he's gathered all the information. We just never know what somebody's story and what is happening in someone's life. It just right now, of course, we couldn't interact with the inmates, but whatever little stories that you get to know as actors, are just humans. That we don't even realize there's so much happening around, and the complexities that really a human mind goes through, and so on and so forth. So I don't think I would have had this kind of experience if it was not for shooting live in prison. And of course, every character, especially something that you really believed in, you did it for because you believed in the story, you believed in the director, you believed that I am a part of this because I want to do this. It adds somewhere subconsciously, in your system. It for me, I think it made me more confident. It made me, because maybe 5 years back, I don't think I would have gotten this opportunity. I don't think so. A lot of people would have seen, why 5 years back, maybe 3 years back or 2 years back also, they would have just gone on the appearance, which is because it's something which I've heard in the past, that आप बड़े soft लगते हो, आप बड़े girl next door लगते हो, आप बड़े, all those things. I think it takes a lot on a director's part, where I'm sure he had a lot of brilliant, uh, contenders for the role, but to go by his gut and to give me this opportunity, and for me to gather this confidence that it's not about the appearance but what you actually portray, the way you see mentally and emotionally the character, the strength that one holds in the mind, than what just the physicality of it. So that's how I see the role, and that's what the film is for me.
I just want to interfere. I didn't have any option but you in mind right from the very start. On the first day that I met Abhishek, and we got going and we discussed the script, and he said, "Okay, who's going to be playing this character?" And I said, "Yami." And I was so sure. I had not even spoken to her. I had never met her, but I was sure that she could do this, and she's of course done like.
When I was asked to play this character, मुझे कहानी के बारे में कुछ नहीं पता था. मुझे याद है तुषार और एक राइटर जो हैं संदीप, हम लोग नीचे कैफेटेरिया में इनके ऑफिस में बैठे थे और उन्हें बोला था ये कैरेक्टर है, ये फिल्म है. मैंने कहा मैं कर रही हूँ. और फिर मुझे घर जाते टाइम डर लग रहा था ये लोग कहीं अपना दिमाग तो नहीं बदल लेंगे कि ये लोग क्या ये will I be able to do this, because I too, like Yami said, I have never been offered a part like this. So I have been eager to play something like this in a film which is so wonderful, wonderfully warm. It's a family film. It has such lovely, exuberant moments. और एक प्यारा सा मैसेज है, और इतनी ईज़ के साथ एक कहानी जो एक लिखी गई है और दर्शाई गई है. मैं बहुत शुक्रगुजार हूँ तुषार की एंड द प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ द फिल्म डीनू की. इन लोगों ने दे हैड दैट कॉन्फिडेंस इन मी कि ये कर पाएंगे. और कॉमेडी बहुत कम मिलती है फीमेल एक्टर्स को, एंड when you're not the subject of it, when you're driving the comedy in the scene, that is especially very, very special.
It was amazing to see how you all have picked up the nuances. If you could talk to me about it.
Yeah, it all first, honestly, it comes from the script, it comes from the director, how much of depth. Each director, has their own, obviously, their vision and how they see the characters and everything. And they say, God lies in the details. And that's where I think, for me, a director becomes a brilliant director, where he focuses on those small things which could be missed, could not be missed, but it's important because that is what makes, the character or, the story. And Tushar, yes, he's very sweet and he's very smiling, very nice person, but he's a tough taskmaster.
Tyrant. Tough is a tyrant.
नहीं, but in the sense आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा कि वो कब आपका सुर हल्का सा यहाँ से हल्का सा यहाँ कर गए हैं, and that's I mean that's what our job is. We're looking for filmmakers, we're looking for directors who are there to take that performance and who are focused on the performance and make you do something what people don't expect out of you, and which is important to the story. So, and of course, मतलब जब हमारी 11वीं क्लास होती थी वो साथ में बैठते थे. एक भी दिन ऐसा नहीं हुआ है that
Yeah, absolutely.
वो नहीं हो. So all it's all up to him. It's all thanks to him.
It's all his fault. It's all his fault.
No. Just want to add that this is what I've heard. Like, what's not written is the scene, and only actors make up that scene. So you got to give it to the three of them and the other cast and crew. I mean, the other cast who's like really elevated the scenes. And yeah, I mean, I can only guide them up to a point. Beyond them, it's up to them, and they've done that brilliantly.
Okay, so for all of you, I have a couple of questions regarding Dasvi. Okay, so I'll ask you questions and you'll have to answer quickly. So first question is, how were you as a student in Dasvi?
Very average.
Pretty good. Good.
I was above average.
Okay. If you had to relive one moment from your Dasvi days, which one would it be?
Maths fiber. I couldn't get a single.
Ooh, it's a hit. It's a ladybug.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. Let it be. Ladybug. She's not supposed to fly, right?
No, she flew.
Oh,
You
she-
just flew her.
Oh, sorry.
She's back.
She's back.
She's back.
Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck. Yay!
Okay.
Oh, 1 second, she's crawling up your neck. 1 second, okay. Okay, it's back.
अभी निम्रत अपने ऊपर लाल रही है ऐसे.
नहीं, वो picture hater तो सभी. Yeah, my maths fiber.
If you were to live one moment from your Dasvi, which one would it be?
For me, it would be my birthday because I never got to celebrate it through my school life. March, annual exams, preparation, light नहीं है, मच्छर काट रहे हैं. I really want to celebrate my birthdays, all my birthdays.
Abhishek, you?
No, nothing.
Nothing?
No, it's fine.
How nervous were you
Probably
during
mess
your
it up
Dasvi
even more.
exams?
Oh, very, very nervous. Extremely nervous. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely sleepless, overeating, all of that. Yeah.
Which she did in the film also again. So she was the one reliving Dasvi. Yeah.
Slept very well.
Yeah, of course nervous, of course. But I think I was more nervous in 9th, and in 10th was fine. 10th was okay.
If you could go back to school, which class would you want to revisit apart from Dasvi?
No, I think it would be including Dasvi. Some of the best days of my life, they've been from
Yeah.
school. So I wouldn't
I agree
trade
with
that
you.
for that.
I would agree.
Okay,
He's
last
been to three, 4 different schools. So
one subject you felt like it was a nightmare in Dasvi.
Physics.
yeah.
Physics.